This video is sponsored by Snotgoblin Gaming with FutureProof terrain.
Hello and welcome to Broadsword Wargaming. My name is Oliver, and in this video I'm going to be checking out a brand new modular terrain system.
For many wargamers, including myself, terrain is an essential aspect of the experience. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of playing with fully painted models on a beautifully detailed board. However, with so many different gaming systems available, each often comes with its own unique terrain. Now, while this diversity is fantastic, it inevitably leads to shelves filled with partially painted, rarely used pieces. Recently, I received a terrain set that might just be the solution to these problems. Imagine a versatile set that works across various game systems, needs to be painted only once and even comes pre-painted, and can be customized and reassembled without falling apart. Enter FutureProof Terrain by Snotgoblin Gaming. This modular system is designed to be highly intuitive, almost like building Lego. After just a few minutes of experimenting, I think I had the mechanics down. It's straightforward enough that I'd go as far to say even an idiot can figure this out.
Me and modular terrain have never really gotten on. Me and terrain, to be fair, have never really gotten on. But I wanted to see how easy this would be to do with very little instruction, so I just grabbed a bunch of it and got to work. And it just slots together and you can make any design you want. You can make holes in the wall, you can make solid walls, windowed walls, any direction you want. It's really, really simple to put together and it doesn't fall apart as soon as you lift it up, which for me is a huge bonus with this type of terrain.
Alright, so the guys at Snotgoblin Gaming have sent me a massive pile of plastic. Now this is just one of the 3 bags they sent over. It's a huge pile. I don't really know how many buildings this is going to make. Just by looking at it, I'm guessing a few, but I don't know how many pieces one building requires. They do say it's modular, and that's kind of the whole point of this terrain system. I have worked with something a bit like this before. It involved magnets, it was 3D printed, and I have to say, it wasn't really for me. Now this stuff is hard plastic, it clips together, I've already had a little play with it, and it seems really, really good. I'm keen to see just what sort of shapes and sizes we can make out of this, and I'm hoping it's kind of more wargaming agnostic and can be used for lots of different systems. They do also say this works for the 40k competitive WTC terrain layout stuff. Now, oddly enough, this weekend, I run my own shop here in Ireland, and I'm running Ireland's largest competitive 40k event using, you guessed it, WTC terrain layouts. So I'm going to put it together in the competitive way, I'm going to put it together in a casual way, and we'll see just what we can make of this huge pile of plastic.
To really test the versatility of this terrain set, I decided to see how much I could build using just a half-table setup. With an upcoming WTC event on the horizon, my first challenge was recreating the large corner room. The pieces were precise and snapped together easily, and it took me only 5 minutes to assemble. While a few more closed wall sections would have been nice, there were more than enough parts to complete the structure. And if competitive gaming is your thing, I think this would work for any of the table layouts, and you can even order the various footprints. Next, I repurposed the same half-table set to build a generic ruin that would fit perfectly into games like Age of Sigmar or Lord of the Rings. This build could even be used for Warhammer 40k and even historical games like Bolt Action. These games don't usually demand multi-level buildings since they interact with terrain differently, but the set adapted well. With more pieces still available, I assembled a smaller corner ruin, useful for almost any game system, and then tackled a large tower with limited interior accessibility. This structure seemed perfect for a modern game like Marvel Crisis Protocol, channeling the look of Doctor Strange's Sanctum. To my surprise, even after all of these builds, I still had a few pieces left. With 17 pieces to work with, the range of possibilities was impressive.
One thing I would really like to see is more variety. Maybe a different roof, a different style of wall, or something to finish off the edge that has no edge to it. And well, it seems that is exactly what's going to happen.
Now available on Kickstarter, this set features an optional roof expansion to complete your structures and a large floor expansion for dynamic layouts. This set offers near infinite possibilities for your gaming setups. For those who prefer convenience, this set can come pre-painted in a range of colour schemes, making it ready to use straight out of the box. With ultra-durable pigments, the paint is exceptionally robust, designed to withstand the wear and tear of intense wargaming sessions. True modularity allows you to create endless combinations and build ruins of any size or shape to fit your gaming needs. I was fortunate enough to get sent an example of the pre-painted stuff, and I have to say, it's pretty impressive. So don't miss out on the exclusive Kickstarter discounts. Check out the link in the description or find it pinned in the comments for more details to secure your set. Given its flexible nature, I wanted to find a way to paint it efficiently while still adding visual interest. The set includes joint and pillar sections, main walls, pavestone style floors, smaller ruined walls, and brass-like window hatches, both inside and out. Grouping these pieces and painting them by type made sense as it creates a cohesive look across different builds. One of the best features of this modular set is that it allows you to use spray cans effectively. With minimal effort, you can apply multiple colours quickly. I'm a big fan of spray cans, especially for techniques like zenithal highlighting, which is simple and impactful. While I typically use this method on solid structures, this project required a slight modification. I started with a dark grey base coat on the walls, followed by a lighter grey sprayed over the centre areas. This same technique was applied to other parts with some colour adjustments, darker tones for the pillar and joint sections, a lighter tone for pavestones, finished with a touch of bone for a subtle highlight. I kept my colour scheme neutral with greys to keep the terrain game agnostic. However, there are many other schemes you could try. A bold red, for example, would suit futuristic settings, while a black to dark grey gradient might evoke a grim dark aesthetic. A brown to bone transition could work beautifully for Star Wars desert terrain. Once assembled, I was quite pleased with the results, and honestly at this stage you could easily stop and call it complete. It takes very little time to reach this point. But for those looking to add a bit more depth, a few additional steps can elevate the look without demanding hours of work. So yes, this is where we crack out the paint pots and get stuck in. Using a rough brush and a light grey, I dry brush the edges and corners to highlight them. For the brickwork, I used grey contrast paint to subtly darken the lines. Now yes, while a red or brown might provide more contrast, I chose to stay with grey to avoid locking the terrain into any specific time period. The subtle detailing made a significant difference while maintaining a consistent, unified appearance. The goal here is a single paint job that works across modular pieces, without drawing attention to any one section. Keeping the terrain on the lighter side also makes it perfect for contrast paints. I applied a dark brown to any wooden elements and used my go-to finish for the metal window frames. Runelord brass, followed by a wash of Agrax Earthshade. From here, you could easily go further by adding rust, verdigris, or even splashes of blood, depending on your desired level of detail and the time you're willing to invest. For me, it's all about balancing effort with the final outcome. Overall, I'm happy with where this project ended up. It strikes, for me, the perfect balance for shop displays or tournament play. It's eye-catching, durable, and adaptable for almost any game system. I honestly can't think of many scenarios where this terrain wouldn't fit in, and I'm quite excited to see where Snot Goblin Gaming go from here. What do you think? Does this kind of terrain setup appeal to you? Have you worked with similar modular sets before? Let me know. And if you're intrigued, why not check out the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a set for yourself. And with that, stay safe and I will catch you in the next one.